know about the Porter strike on the COPE website, Don't Fly Porter. Everything is there, including all of the leaflets and texting that we're asking you to do. You've been receiving some leaflets on texting today. We hope you'll all text your dismay to Porter about their treatment of these workers. And our next speaker, no stranger to most of us, Brother Sid Ryan.
Thank you, Sister Janice, and good afternoon, sisters and brothers. I'm really, really pleased and proud to be standing here with you today, and thank you very much for coming out and standing in solidarity with these 22 workers. What's at stake here, my friends, this is the first collective agreement that these workers have attempted to negotiate. The signal we're getting from Mr. Deleuze, who owns this corporation, is basically go to hell. He says to the workers, 12 bucks an hour is good enough for you, when their counterparts out in the Pearson airport are earning between $17 and $27 per hour for doing exactly the same job. They're being offered $12 and being told, go to the picket line if you don't like it. Well, we've got a message for this employer. And let me tell you, what we're doing here today is exactly the message we should be sending every single day. And that is, we will disrupt your business. We will disrupt your ability to make a profit if you're not going to treat your workers with dignity and with some degree of respect. And this is how it's done, my friends. Keep just showing up like we are today. We don't need to announce it on the internet. We don't need to use Facebook. We use Facebook, but we have to send private messages. We don't need to be telegraphing every time we decide to conduct an action. Last night, for example, there was 15 workers went in and essentially shut down their operation and delayed several flights. Today we've checked the internet out and we know that our 17 flights going to be disrupted as a result of this action here today. That's the only way that this employer is going to realize when he starts to see the bottom line being impacted. And a little story I can tell you that we can do. We can all go onto the internet, by the way, and you can all book a flight full fare, not a problem, and then cancel within an hour of that flight taking off. That's right! Let's go out and take these disruptive actions. Let's start sending a signal to this guy. We will disrupt your business every single day of the week.
That's right! For the workers.
And then I want to say to every union local that's here today, we've got 22 workers. Actually, 2 of them have gone across the picket line. So there's 20 workers. And they're only earning 12 or 13 bucks an hour. They take home about $500 per week.
Disgusting.
But listen, here's the challenge. They get strike pay from their union of about $240, $250. Surely to goodness that the labour movement can make up a difference. Can we adopt a striker? Can each local adopt one striker and say, we give you 250 bucks a week, we can keep these folks out on strike for the next year if we wanted to. Right. You have to win this strike here today, my friends. You have to win it on behalf of these workers. And if the labour movement in Ontario, where 1 million organised workers, can't get in behind 22, then what the hell are we doing calling ourselves organised labour? So please, go back to your locals, pass resolutions. If you can send the $250 a week, here's a guy, give me 20 bucks. So let's make it fix his life. But seriously, you know, $250 a worker for 20 workers, that would be a powerful message to send to this employer. That there's no goddamn way that you're going to break the backs of these workers by keeping them out on strike and depriving them of an opportunity to earn a living. So let's get behind that, my friends. And then that's the last word I want to say again. I'm going to come back to you. It's all about the solidarity in the labour movement. You know, we're going into one hell of a battle ourselves in labour. We've got an opposition leader who fancies himself as the next premier of this province, who is going to attempt to take away the very lifeblood of the labour movement, the resources that we need and we have to be able to run our unions, to go to a bargaining table, to get a decent collective agreement, to be able to give some research, to be able to fight in solidarity for social justice with workers across this province. He wants to take that away. And my friends, we have to show the same solidarity that we're showing here today as we go forward. We got to stop all the squabbling in the labour movement. Every union's got to stand shoulder to shoulder with every other union in the sector, whether you be private or the public sector. We have to build this massive movement, my friends. We need to build a strong movement that we can take them on. And that movement begins here. Take on the little battles, and then the big battles will take care of themselves. But we need to be able to prove that we can move a movement, that we can get in behind 22 workers, that we can say that we won that strike down at the Porter Airlines, and that we can say to the Pamela Wallens of the world, let her go back into that Senate, that sleepy Senate, where half the... Oh, you know what I'm saying. I might get too far ahead of myself here. But in any event, let them go back to Ottawa and send that signal that down in Toronto there's a major fight going on. And that fight is everybody's fight in the labour movement. And we've actually awoken a joint in the labour movement. We're actually getting people in behind, in solidarity with each other. That's the best thing we've got, my friends. We've got ourselves. We've got each other.